Give me the power. Give me Freestyle. Give me the good energy. Oh, it was rolling. Oh shit. O O OMG. Man. Let's get it. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy, no Diddy, no Diddy, no doubt. No Diddy. OMG. Oh man, Diddy trial is getting wild. Oh man, who's juror 25? Why they asking about the narcotics? Like the video, subscribe. It's getting turned up. We may get a verdict today, bro. They on page. It's 62 pages, and they already low key snitched on themselves. The jury low key snitched on themselves and said they talking about drug distribution on page 33. I think was it 33, 30 something. Sims. So damn. Uh oh. 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 Let's go to the chat. We got Lois Cox up in the building. Lois Cox up in the building. Out of New Jersey. Yeah, Jersey City, stand up. What's up, Lois Cox? Good morning, Don in chat. Another beautiful day in the hood. Or like they say in Coming to America, another good day in Zamunda. And guess who else we got on the chat? No other than personal protection. This show has been sponsored by personal protection. He has donated another $1,500. Woo! Hey, 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 spin around. Hey, 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 hey. Shout out to personal protection, man. And shout out to Rockstar Towing. Yeah, Jack. I beat you to the punch today. You feel me? Personal protection, you heard? And my auntie, that's my auntie. That's my auntie. Shaky. I love my auntie. That's my auntie. Shaky. Shout out to your auntie. Love your auntie. She said, Tuesday, blessed nephew. Love ya more. Love ya too. Let's get to the content. Yeah. Woo! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know, man. This is 50-50, man. I don't know what the jury thinking, but, but, woo! You know me. Let's just do, shout out to ABC News. ABC News be getting to it, man. They get to it. Shout out to ABC News, man. Eyewitness News. Shout out to ABC Eyewitness News. Uh, what's this? New York. Let me see. Eyewitness. Let me make sure. ABC News. Eyewitness News, ABC 7, New York. And LA is on Channel 7 as well. That's crazy. Usually it'd be different channels. But let's get a refresher of what happened yesterday by Miss Darla. Like to subscribe, dude. Wow, let's find a picture for the background. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, man. Look at that. Diddy trial jury note halts deliberation. Juror 25 cannot follow judge instructions. All right, let's just do a recap of what happened. Shout out to ABC News. Shout out to ABC News. Eyewitness News. There we go. Sorry.
Good evening. I'm Mike Marza. Day one of deliberations in the Sean Diddy Combs trial now in the books. And there were some fascinating developments on this day one. The jury sending 4 different notes to the judge, a couple procedural, but a couple also with some interesting
ain't that many.
The first indicated that
First, they chose a 4-person. Okay.
They had selected a 4-person.
That's normal.
Process. The second, very interesting.
Shout out to 7 Sages. You feel me? Is that Diddy, Uncle Ben's Rice? Yeah, that's him. Yo, what's up with Juror 25? We gonna get to that.
Question one of the jurors' ability or willingness to follow the judge's instructions. We're going to get more into that in just a moment. And then the third note was about how to understand narcotics distribution.
It's a little
and the
breakdown
allegations surrounding that. Something that the judge and the jury will tackle first thing tomorrow morning. The fourth note was about wrapping for the day and returning tomorrow morning. The judge saying all along that the jury will be able to make their own schedule. They finished around 5 today. We'll be back tomorrow.
Damn. Fair use.
In just a moment, we're going to be joined by ABC News
Here we
legal
go.
contributor Bernarda Villalona to dig deeper into everything that unfolded in court.
All right, so now let's get to the meat and potatoes, the letter. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get to the letter. Let's just fast forward. I'm sorry, it got a little snoozy for me. I had to wake up for a second. Hold up, I had to wake up for a second. Wait a minute. Here we go. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Let's go. Lois Cox asks a question, and let's get to the let's get to the content. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of the thing. Woo! This ain't the main one, but this is one of the meaty. This is crazy. Juror 25. Let's go.
Directions, what are the instructions when it comes to deliberation? But I'm so surprised that so early on that you get a note like this, because usually when it comes to jury deliberations, it can become heated. Words can be exchanged. People start screaming. I've had jury deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to
I'm sorry. Let's get to the beginning.
Doing deliberations, because you have to think that these.
Here we go.
So here we are. I want to first off talk about this juror situation this morning.
Sorry, y'all.
Second note, and the 4-person said, something to the effect of,
"What's up, Jose?
This guy because he's not following what you want him to do." What do you make of the way it was worded? One, the way it was worded, and then two, what do you think is going on in that jury room?
So at least because that juror, the 4-person signed.
What's up, Frank? Good morning. What's up, Jose?
That the 4-person was the person who wrote the note, is that they are jurors that are taking their oath seriously in terms of what are their directions, what are their instructions when it comes to deliberation.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so surprised that so early on that you get a note like this, because usually when it comes to jury deliberations, it can become heated. Words can be exchanged. People start screaming. I've had jury deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
Go to blows. I like how she say that.
Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
Hold on.
Pretty much.
Hold on. I like this part. Always come to blows. Listen. Hold up. 1 second. Almost come to blows. I like how she said it. That's funny.
Can be exchanged. People start screaming. I've had jury deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Have almost gone to blows doing deliberations, because you have to think about instructions when it comes to deliberation. But I'm so surprised. The note is that they are jurors that are taking their oath seriously in terms of what are their directions, what are their instructions when it comes to deliberation. But I'm so surprised that so early on that
come
you
to
get
blows
a note like this, because usually when it comes to jury deliberations, it can become heated. Words can be exchanged. People start screaming. I've had jury deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Have almost gone to blows.
One more.
Have almost gone to blows. Deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
All right, that's it.
Doing deliberations, because you have to think that these jurors have been together for 7-8 weeks. They've heard from 34 witnesses. They heard hours and hours of closing arguments, and then this morning they heard over 2 hours and change of jury instructions. So there's so much to talk about, and people may be stuck also in their emotions and their feelings, and have already dug their foot in the sand and say that, look, this is how I feel, and maybe I'm not going to move away from that. But we don't know. The note is still very vague. I'm curious to see whether they're saying that he doesn't have the ability to follow the instructions, or is it that he's choosing not to follow the instructions? So it's either he doesn't understand, doesn't comprehend, or he's saying that I'm not
wow
willing to follow these instructions no matter what you tell me to do. But it seems that they worked it out, because they were back.
They worked it out. They worked it out. They almost came to blows. One more time. One more time to the blues. The blues.
Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows during deliberations.
One more, one
You
more.
have to think that pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
Damn.
Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
Straight
Pretty
New
much
York.
jurors have almost gone to
Blows.
Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows. Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
All right, last one.
Pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
One more.
Man, I've had jury deliberations where pretty much jurors have almost gone to blows.
I gotta make a song about that. Go to blows. Almost had jury deliberations when jury come to blows. Shout out to Bernarda Villalona. I like how she do her stuff. I F with her. And Elizabeth Milner too, you know, but I just like her swag, man. She is funny as hell, bro. And she don't even know it. Like, she just being herself. What's up, Teresa Ramos? What's up, Frank? Good morning, y'all. What's up, Seven Sages? I can interact too. You know me, I like to interact in between, you know, and stop and interact and then go back to video, then talk and then interact. And I'm figuring out how to, you know, I'm doing better in this a little. Oh, man. Damn, so I don't know how to take the jury 25 situation, though. Like, that one is 50-50. That's a wobbler. Like, you don't know if he's on the defense or prosecution. You don't know. Or he just one of them people that just very inquisitive. You know, some people is very technical. Yeah, I don't know about that. Because it says right here that I don't have to do this. You know people are. Some people just want to be a renegade and just be difficult. Some people just difficult and then, you know, they want you to butter them up and kiss their butt a little bit and then they bow down. And that's probably what happened in this situation. That's what I'm guessing. Because we're going to get into the other one that I think, ooh. Anyway, we're going to just start with this 25 one right here. Oh, there's more. Woo! So what is going on with Diddy? And the jury's in deliberations right now, and they almost come to blows and stuff. Hey, Donnie, what's going on with Diddy? You know what's going on, Seven Sages? Yeah. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Teresa. Personal protection. I wonder if the jury pool has been compromised. You never know. Like the video, subscribe. You never know, personal protection, man. You know, some people may have, you know, you gonna say not guilty, okay? Or else. We know where you work at, mama. You know, you just never know. You know, that's allegations. That's just the skit part of this. Have some fun. This is loosen up, calm down. This is fun a little bit, but it ain't fun for Diddy right now. It ain't fun for Diddy right now. Woo! Okay, shout out to Lois Cox going to blows. Sleepy time. Anyone got Mr. Bean movie? Oh, no, I don't know what he's talking about. Shout out to Teresa Ramos. Good morning, Guam. Shout out to Guam. Shout out to Guam. Guam is a beautiful, well, I ain't never been, but I heard it's a beautiful country, you know what I'm saying? Kathy Jackson, what do your signs say back there, cutie pie? Oh, it says Diddy trial, jury holds jury note holds deliberation. Jury 25 cannot follow judge instructions. So, man, I wonder what I think that's what it was. I think some people are just difficult, bro. Some people are just difficult and they just want to, you know, they want to argue. Some people like to argue. They want to just, you know, some people like to F with you. Just sum it up. Some people just like to F with you. Tell the truth. In your regular life, it's always one or two people that just like to F with you for no reason. Just like to, you know, like to antagonize you. And they know they getting on your skin. Why do people do that? It's weird, man. That's weird. They know that they know you getting irritated and they keep poking you. Why is that, y'all? Wow. Anyway, so I think that's what happened with jury 25. I think he was just, you know, whoever he or she or they was just, you know, bugging out, want some a little attention. You know, they finally got in, and when they involved the judge, when the other jury snitched on his ass, the other jurors snitched on his ass. They say, Judge, this dude can't follow instructions. You gotta come out here and talk to this dude. Something wrong with him. And then what happened? The judge replied, "Hey, I'm advising you to follow the damn jury instructions." That's what he, I'm paraphrasing what the judge said. That is so crazy. Shout out to Seven Sages. Is Kanye juror number 25? I don't think so, but you never know. Nah, I doubt it. Like the video, subscribe. Personal protection. Hey, Donese, you grew up in LA. What high school did you go to? I think you mentioned something like Inglewood High. Nah. I didn't go to Inglewood High. That's in the hood. Now, shout out to Inglewood. Inglewood is not the hood. It is technically, but it's like at right down the street from La Brea. It's in the hood, though. Don't get it twisted, but it's nice. It's a nice looking school. You know what I'm saying? But it's in the hood, though. Let me take that back. Inglewood, it can be kind of hood sometimes. Anyway, but it's nice. It's like a mixture of nice and hood. I don't know, man. Middle class people there. But no, I didn't go to Inglewood. I went to Paramount High School. Then I went to Hamilton for a semester, then went back to Paramount. Paramount is in the city of Paramount. That's the next city east of Compton. When I went to Paramount, that's when I moved from LA to Long Beach, and then I moved to Compton, and then I went back to I went to Hamilton when I moved back to LA for 1 year. And then, my mom's, man, if she wasn't happy, she moved. But if mom's wasn't happy, she'll move. We move like on a every 4 or 5 year basis. So if she wasn't happy, we moved. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to I'm a pirate for life. I'm a pirate, you know what I'm saying? Paramount Pirates, you feel me? Anyway, I'm not ashamed to say that. Damn it. So I only went to one technical high school in LA. No, I went to two actually. I went to Jefferson for summer school one time too. Jefferson in summer school, and then Hamilton for one semester. That's in the west side of LA. Well, Omarion and all them different people went. It's like a what they call it, performing arts school. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of performing arts people come out of there. But anyway, actors and stuff. Orange Blue Sun, you ain't lying. Just like people be asking stupid questions when you're in class. Right, man. Delay in the classroom, or in the meeting. See, your classroom is like the meetings people have at their jobs. It's always one person that want to ask more questions. What about this? What about that? And you like, damn, man, can we get out of this meeting? Why this person always asks all these damn stupid questions? So yeah, I graduated in 1992. We played against y'all. I played football. I played Lozinger in my senior year. Did we win? Did we win or lose? I can't remember. I don't know if we won or lost that game. I think we lost that game by 2 points or something like that, if I remember. Or did we win? I can't remember. I got to look at the books. But we actually played y'all. I'm down, and I'm in Hawthorne right now, so I know exactly where Lozinger is. I live in Hawthorne right now. Maybe just, okay, let me get to the chat. Franklin Rice. Maybe the jury 25 can see through the BS hell. Cassie text made her look like a complete liar. A lot of the text messages, the defense have produced, I love you, I want to go back and all this, and I love it and I want it, and then other texts are saying I don't want to do it no more. So which one do you take? Do you take they say you only need one time for somebody to say I don't want to, so it depends how the jury sees it. But now let's get shout out to Justin Camdendat. Shout out to Lozinger. Shout out, what's up, Justin? So yeah, y'all. All right, let me get back to the jury number. Man, jury number 25 is the wild card. We don't know what jury number 25 is thinking. At first, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first heard that, I said, oh, Diddy about to walk. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't gonna lie. When they said the dude That mother was a renegade and all this. I said, oh no, they about to have a mistrial. No. You know, but if a mistrial, he still gotta, it depends on the judge if he gonna bail him out or not, but they gonna still retry him. So, or a hung jury, you know, they still gonna, you know, retry him. But whoo, so yeah, when I first heard it, I was like, and that's still not a good thing. It can still be on the defense side now. That 25 can be on the defense side now. So y'all need to be happy, defense. But, but, oh, they dropped a bomb on me, baby. Let's change to the next page. Oh, let's go. What happened next? What happened next? Woo! This might be the damn game changer right here. Oh, this might be the damn game changer right here. Oh, Diddy trial. Jury asks judge about drug distribution detail and second round of note from jury. Uh-oh. Hold up. Hold up. Wait. Oh. Let me tell you why. I ain't even know. See, shout out to Bernarda. Bernarda, she's a lawyer, and she brought up something that I ain't even know. Did you know? I didn't know this part. Wait till what did she say? She said in order to get to that part, you had to find that he was kind of, you got to the predicate acts. So you wouldn't get to the predicate acts if you didn't see no RICO. Let me let her say it. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that. Because, yeah, if you get to 30, if they are already at 33, that's not good, homie. That's not good, homie. It's not good, homie. Fair use. Fair use.
A note of note, if you will, the second one that really meant anything today was this about narcotics distribution. What can we glean from that?
Yeah, so specifically, I think it says if an individual asks for a controlled substance and the person hands it over, is it distribution? So a couple things that we can glean from that question.
Where's she at?
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. You don't get to the predicate acts. Don't start talking about the predicate acts unless you have decided, one, that there was an enterprise, and two, that there was an agreement. So that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven.
Listen again.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven.
Listen again.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven.
Whoa! Oh my God! Whew. That's what I thought. I thought that. I was like, how they get to 33? They jumped to 33. Page 33. Distribution. Whoa, let me read y'all comments before I go in a deep dive on this. That's not good, dog. They said, reason why I say ain't good, you know why? I ain't gonna show her video. I don't know how, because different YouTubers, and when they bigger than you and whatever, a lot of times they don't want you using their content. You know, so shout out to ABC. I feel comfortable with ABC News and all that. But Tisa Tells, I know a lot of y'all don't like her. I know you don't like her hair and all that shit. But she said she was sitting in court while this was going on. And she said Diddy judges ran in looking all nervous. Talking to Diddy looking nervous. They yelling, they pointing, Diddy pointing at him, and they pointing at it. You know, they all in scrambles. And she said, while the prosecution and them is just kicking it, feet up, kicking it. If that's not a sign, dog, if what she just said, what she just said? What Bernarda just said, let me repeat what she said again. What she say again? Ah, one more time. What Bernada say? Huh, Bernada? Bernada apple plum, you got to turn me on. Hold up, where is that? Fair use.
From that question.
Yeah, where's it
Number
at? Where's she
one,
at? I can't find
you
it.
don't get to the
There she
predicate
go.
acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already
Whew.
racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. You don't get.
Whew.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven.
Number one.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. You don't.
And Tisa said, Tell said the Diddy team was scrambling, heated, like Diddy pointing, passing notes and shit. That's what Tisa said. Then you hear what your girl Bernada said about when you get to them predicate acts. You already seen some RICO allegedly. I didn't say it, she did. That's always in court. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I ain't think it's gonna get this far. Hold up. Let me rewind. I ain't say it, she said it. I'm snitching, she said it. I ain't said it, she said it. Bernardo said it.
From that question. Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. You don't get to the predicate acts. You don't start talking about the predicate acts unless you have decided, one, that there was an enterprise, and two, that there was an agreement. So I for a controlled substance and a person hands it over, is it distribution? So a couple things that we can glean from.
Go back to the law. What's the distribution again? Go to the distribution, and then I'm gonna let it. I ain't gonna stop it no more.
If an individual acts for a controlled substance and a person hands it over, is it distribution? So a couple things that we can glean from that question. Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy that it's actually been proven. You don't get to the predicate acts. You don't start talking about the predicate acts unless you have decided, one, that there was an enterprise, and two, that there was an agreement. So
let me read y'all comments. I think that's a mic drop right there, dog. Damn, that don't look good. And then what Tisha's Tell said, I wish I could play her video. I don't play with other YouTubers content, especially when they in the 100,000s and stuff. They be like real finicky about you using their stuff. So I feel comfortable using news outlets. You know. Anyway, read y'all comments. I'm way behind on the comments. Y'all talking away. Jad Caliph. All the hate from Australia. Okay. Okay. No bail concurrent. No bail for Diddy. Oh, Puffy. Shout out to Stinson. Shout out to Personal Protection. I think if Diddy gets acquitted of all charges, you, Don Neasy, are going to need some therapy because you believe he's guilty as sin. I ain't gonna say, you know what I'm saying? I do. I think that's some pimping going on. But if I was a juror, let me make it be clear. If I was a juror, I'll spare him. I'll just get them for the transportation and prostitution, because I got somebody live in my hand. I don't want that on my conscience, but I would have to give them something. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want them to get life, 15 and all that. But I think the prosecution proved the case, man. I think how the law is written, and you see how this distribution, remember, and then that's not only it. She gonna break it down. I think y'all forget about when they said that when the judge, when the prosecution and everything and the instructions and everything, you can have, you can have two incidents, two of the same distribution acts, two different ones, and that's a RICO. I hope that ain't true, dog, but it don't look good, man. Woo, it don't look good, man. Well, this is just early. It's early in the game. We got a whole nother day today. We'll see what happens. Pro per modal player. I've been noticing there is more baby oil on the shelves lately. I guess everyone is cutting back on the oil these days. Yeah, one of my coworkers, they said that they were scared to put some baby oil on themselves in at work. They were scared to pull it out. So that it's already on people's conscience. That's funny you said that. G-Man Gang. What's up, G-Man Gang? What's up, I guess it's Flatbush. Flatbush, not guilty. Shout out to Davina Tora. I'll fight P. Diddy for $50 million. I heard that. And we got wellness with Frugal Mama in the building out of Fort Worth, Texas. Yeah. What's up, Frugal? The man from Amsterdam. I cannot buy baby oil without Cassie giving me dirty looks. Hey man, some people got some PTSD over this baby oil, man. Oreo Hollow. I never thought baby oil in my life. Richard Agneman. Diddy ate baby oil. I don't know. Frank, Diddy won't walk. 15 years minimum. Ooh. And you figure at 55 years old, about to be 56. That's 71. And then what's the average of a man around 75? Shit, man. Yeah, man, that's almost like a life sentence for somebody, in our age bracket. I'm around his age. He only like 5 years older than me, bro. Diddy's only 5 years older than me, man. We in Generation X. Michael Dixon. Diddy is the devil himself. He's guilty as sin. Lock him up and throw away the key. Ooh, Michael Dixon said that. Song Jones, hey, what's up? BN, send him to hell. Ooh, your soul deserves to be in hell. Remember that? In New Jack City? Ooh, that old man came out of nowhere looking like me now. All I need is the hat. He had the glasses like me. Nino, your soul belongs in hell. Now that's me and shit. He was about 50 back then. He was old to me. Now I'm old. That's crazy how the roles change, huh? I'm Samuel L. Jackson. I'm up there now, boy. Shout out to getting old. I love it. Send him to hell. You took me back when you said that, BN. Jay Blunt's Boogie. All this BS, that's all it is. Okay. Pamela Gibson. Anyone defending this demon must be doing the same shh. There's no other excuse. Hey, that's why I be really careful of how I'm like, nah, I can't never say, oh, he's guilty, he's innocent. I can't never say free Diddy. I can't say he's not guilty. Nah, he's guilty of some things. I just feel like if I was on the jury, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I just couldn't give him the RICO. I couldn't, but I can see how they seeing it. I can see how they seeing it. I can see transportation and prostitution. Jordan, slam dunk. I can see bribery. Slam dunk. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. But yeah, I can see all the obstacles in my way. Yeah, it's gonna be a bright. Damn, poor man. Ain't no poor Diddy, huh? If they give it to him, whoo, karma's a mug, y'all. That's all I'ma say. Sideshow. What happened to the Hollywood freak-offs? Man, freak-offs? Oh man, they said they showed 27 dudes, that was paid. That was paid. 27. Now, why they only had 2 people testify out of the 27? I can't explain that to you. But hey, they got flight records and money being exchanged for all those 27 dudes. Some kind of not flight records, but they got money being exchanged, and 2 or 3 of them with flight records, and money's being exchanged. That's transportation. I don't care how you slice it, and you can't chop that up for nothing. But that's a light case. He can only get up to 10 years. So Diddy getting off pretenders didn't make the case because they really didn't prove anything that we already knew. Jay Boogie says that. Ronald from McDonald's said, free Diddy, those people had free will. Okay. Personal protection. If Diddy gets convicted, it's going to be Kevin Samuels' fault. Because he made these women upset and they won't get back. You crazy, what? That's messed up. Why you doing the sisters like that, man? Nah, man. Nah, yeah, he would go too extreme. He would have some points. I like some of the things he said, bro, but he wasn't 100% like accurate. I don't think. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of good points, but then it seemed like he had like a little. I don't know, a deep ground like that, just angriness, like. You know, that could come from being married, and you know, you can I can see that. I've never been married, so I ain't got that hatred yet for women, you know what I'm saying? I've never been married, I've never been divorced, I've never been engaged. I have a few little girlfriends I can count on one hand, you know, I just been a player for for a long time. I finally want to settle down at 100 years old, you know. It took me to 100 years old to slow down. I'm that mean of that old man. Now I'm trying to slow down. Now I want to have kids at 100. Anyway, you get to y'all comments. How do I make sure that I don't have to listen to this idiot again? Shout out to you, Mac. Shout out to Philip Western. Wickedness, regardless of religion or lack thereof, should always be published and punished. Children are sacred. That's true, man. Um, yeah, man. I don't be messing with God and stuff. Um, frown on. Sometimes I do. I ain't gonna lie. I don't believe in fornication. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't. It's just like buying a house and not going inside and inspecting it. That's like driving a car, buying it without doing a test drive. Like that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm getting off topic because y'all. I'm reading the comments. I love interacting with y'all. Brent Netherita. There are all living a freaky life. Oh, they were all living a freaky life, but for the most part, is consensual by adults. I don't know about that. Brent, because there was a lot of rugs involved, and I think that's why they got this distribution right here. They might, you can't consent under the influence. You know what I'm saying? That's for things, fellas. We gotta, ladies and everybody. If you're kicking it with people, you gotta be careful of how much alcohol you intaking with people, or if you using any kind of illicit drugs like he was. You can get a distribution. See how simple it is, the distribution charge? All you need to do is give somebody some drugs. That's drug distribution. No matter if you made money from it or not. And I think that's why the juries are, man, I don't think that's a good. Ooh. Do I gotta play that part again? Let me read all. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost at the bottom. All right. Guy. Okay, where we go? Wait. Okay. Guy enslaved people. God enslaved. Wait. Philip. Guy enslaved people for X gratification. There's nothing to defend that. Guy enslaved people. I feel you. 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 Phil. I feel what you're saying. Um, I wonder does a jury see that though? It's all on the jury, and I'm just putting myself in the jury's hands. Yes, I see all that. But is it worth 15 to life? I don't know. I don't know, man. Them Hollywood freak offs still going to pop. Just another celebrity house. That's true. I believe that allegedly. That's true. Seven says Diddy didn't get locked up. They won't let him out. Oh, okay. They won't let him out. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. I'm sorry, y'all. Shout out to Andrew. When his lawyers got that note yesterday, they were looking like they had gotten sick. That's according to Tisa Tales. Tisa Tales said she was sitting right there. She said she was just about to leave and do a live. She said she was just about to do a live show. And then something told her, nah, just chill. And she said, Mark Agalafilio, whatever how you say his name, came in. Yeah. Oh my God, what's going on? Like, all frantic. Diddy came in there, and Diddy pointing at his lawyers, and they in a deep while the prosecution is just chilling, dog. Now you read the body language on that. You know what I'm saying, and you heard what she said. In case y'all didn't hear it again, let her say it again. Y'all didn't hear what the lady. Wait a minute, read the comments again. We read the comments. Y'all talking to me. Hold up. I'm a teen Kevin Samuels baby right here, champ. Personal protection. Well, I'm a teen. I'm team Kevin Samuels Jackson. Okay, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Sammy Francis. Money buy everything. They gonna release him pretty soon. You never know. You never know, Sammy. Johnson Bayakama. What's up? Jeffrey Eldridge. Diddy gonna be a train conductor starting Friday, fellas. You say you gonna see Diddy on that damn MTA train conductor? He gonna be guiding the train. He gonna be on the damn A or the D train or the 1, 2, 3, 4 train. He gonna be on them trains, the F, the Q. He gonna be rolling through the city, huh? That's funny. Woo. Brent, if they are gonna have a question of the ones that were minors or the ones that they got are, yeah, they beyond. They don't have nothing with the minors on this federal case. What minors? Please don't be spreading misinformation about children that's not cute or funny. Yeah, they ain't got nothing in the Fed case about minors in the Fed case at all. Andrew, all crackhead stuff. It is, man. All crackhead activity. Jonas Batas. They're run out of baby oil, man. He had a contract with Xavier Perez. Y'all still focus on Diddy? Yeah, man. Diddy is the verdict watch. It's the verdict watch. Guilty or not guilty? What's going on? What we doing here? I love it, man. So even if he's guilty, not guilty, it's still gonna be content, But I still think they gonna get him on that transportation. But they talking about drug distribution. That's not good, bro. Mario Dinkins, what the left tooth longer than the right tooth? Simply Kiwi. So distribution. It's distribute the duchy to the left hand side now. Yeah, man, great stream. Thank you, man. Yeah, you got to be careful when you passing the duchy. Yeah, when you pass that duchy to the left hand side, I pass the duchy. You got to be careful. Passing the duchy to people, that's drug distribution. In whatever city and state, because marijuana is not legal in certain cities and states. You know what I'm saying? But in LA, you're good. Certain New York, you're good. Different states, you're good. Vegas, you're good. Different other states. I don't know who all got it legal, but if you in somewhere where it's not legal, yeah, that's drug distribution. That's what you especially if you flew it out. Ooh, you flew it out. That's distribution. Jonas, they're going to pardon him. They may be, yeah. I think they might pardon. Personal protection. If you put your own self under the influence, how is somebody else's fault? Explain that to me. What they're saying, if you listen to the testimony of Cassie says that Diddy introduced her to the lifestyle. She said it to her testimony, she never took no rugs prior to Diddy. Probably smoked a little weed, but he's the first person that gave her the Molly, allegedly. That's her testimony. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, she was only 19 years old. Diddy is like, 17 years older than her, I believe, or something like that. I gotta look. Let me stop assuming. How old is Cassie? Let's see. Cassie Ventura. How old is Cassie? Cassie is 38. So yeah, 17. I was right. 17. Well, really, yeah. He's about to be probably 18 because he's about to be 56 this year.
He's about to be 56. No, so no, her birthday's coming up in August. So yeah. See, it's 15. I mean 17, sorry, 17. 17-year difference, man. He turned her out, man. I believe he turned her out. I'm just gonna keep it real. I believe I seen some pimping before in my life. And yeah, I seen females get turned out and hooked on drugs and go out and sell their body. But this is different. Go out here and go smash all these damn ex-workers. Allegedly. Hey, man. But would the jury believe it? I don't know. If I was on the jury, would I give it to him? No, I don't believe. I believe. I ain't gonna say I believe in prostitution, but I believe that is a, a, a thing between. Even if it's a pimp involved, I don't believe the pimp should get all the years, bro. Like I don't think the pimp. I'm sorry. I just don't believe a pimp should get all them years, bro. And I think the woman should have some kind of accountability as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she got brainwashed, but she was doing it too. So, that's just my personal thing on prostitution and all that. And in certain cities, it's legal. You feel me? So, you know, but by how the law is written, despite how I feel about prostitution and how it's written and all that, the way it's written, it doesn't look good for the diddler. You know, despite my own personal, you know. But if I was on a juror, I repeat, I'll be like, nah, I'm not about to get this dude no 15 years for this crackhead stuff. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't, dog. I wouldn't. I've been thinking, I've been riskless, you know. But he's done. But if he does get it, like they say, what's that movie on Rocky 5, Rocky 4, Rocky 4, I believe. Rocky 4. The Russian, remember? If he dies, he dies. Hey man, and I just see it as karma. If he don't get it, I see it as he got another second chance at life. You know what I'm saying? But believe me, if he get this transportation, I think his life will change. If it don't, he's the stupidest person on the planet Earth to go back into doing a freak off after this. So that's the question. Will he do another freak off after all this heat is on him? You never know. Honey Child said he's done. He's not done. You kidding yourselves. I don't know, y'all. The way they got this written, I don't think y'all understand. In black and white, in black and white, I didn't make the rules. The government made the rules. I didn't make it. The way the laws is written, you see how they asked about distribution. This should be a simple yes or no. You shouldn't even get to this part. You shouldn't have to ask the judge about no damn drug distribution. That is a simple charge. Like, yes, do you get it or not? Why are they asking about? That's not good. You know why it's not good? Because that means, let me go to Renata again. I think y'all missed that part. Do I gotta replay it again? I guess I do. Replay. Where is it at? Let's get to number, 5 minutes in. Here we go. Boom. Let's go. Let's let Bernarda tell y'all one more time. Shout out to Bernarda. Chat one more again. If you will, the second one that really meant anything today was this about narcotics distribution. What can we glean from that?
Yeah, so specifically, I think it says, if an individual asks for a controlled substance and a person hands it over, is it distribution? So a couple things that we can glean from that question. Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy, that it's actually.
Wow. So you don't even get to that. You don't even get to that unless you already. Wow. Wait, one more time. Say it again, Bernarda. For people in the back of the class that couldn't hear her.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy, that it's.
You don't even get to the distribution. The 33 unless page 33. It's 60 damn pages. 62. You can't even get past. You can't even get to that. Go back. This is simple. She's a lawyer. She's from New York. She know how it works. Listen to her. She's trying to tell y'all. Y'all not listening.
So a couple things that we can glean from that question.
Listen.
Number one, you don't get to the predicate acts to drug distribution unless you have already found that there's already racketeering conspiracy, that it's actually been proven. You don't get to the predicate acts. You don't start talking about the predicate acts unless you have decided, one, that there was an enterprise, and two, that there was an agreement. So I find it fascinating that they've already gotten there. But again, we don't know whether it's just one juror who has that question, or a few of the jurors that have that question, or actually all 12 of the jurors have that question. But also in terms of what predicate act that they're asking this question of, remember doing closing arguments, the prosecution said that if you find two independent drug distribution acts, then you can find him guilty of the racketeering.
Woo! So what? What? Rewind. What she say again? Listen, y'all ain't listening. Listen, I guess y'all ain't got reading comprehension classes or something. I don't know. Listen.
Remember doing closing arguments, the prosecution said that if you find two independent drug distribution acts, then you can find him guilty of the racketeering conspiracy. So two independent times where Sean Combs distributed narcotics to someone, and it can be, you can ask me for drugs, I give you drugs, and that's possession with intent to distribute. It can be that easy, even by you asking me for it. It's that easy.
Wow. Do y'all understand? She's a lawyer. She deal with this all the time. Ding, 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 ding. Listen.
Then you can find him guilty of the racketeering conspiracy. So two independent times where Sean Combs distributed narcotics to someone, and it can be, you can ask me for drugs, I give you drugs, and that's possession with intent to distribute. It can be that easy, even by you asking me for it. It's that easy.
Even if you ask me for it, it's that easy. Wow, dog.
When it comes to making out that count. So it's so much that you can look into it. I would be nervous if I was the defense to see a question like that, because again, you must be that you have reached a decision as to that.
What? You reached a decision?
There was an enterprise, a criminal enterprise, an agreement to engage in predicate acts.
Woo! Damn. What she say? I'd be nervous if I was the defense. Me too. Shout out to Bernarda, Villalona. Lona. Yeah, Villalona. Shit. Shout out to her. Getting others hooked is old in the music industry. We got it, Conehead. Hey, leave me alone, honey child. So what else is getting charged? So who else is getting charged? Just Diddy right now. Hood Rich 902, Skate Kid, Jay-Z, DJ Khaled, 8 Screwed, and they were billionaire at the billionaire party. What's up, Skate Kid? What's up, Michael Maribel? The things you cannot do without money are mostly the things you should not do with money. Man, for real. Mike, personal protection. You remember the Michael Jackson back in the days? It wasn't looking too hot, and Mike walked out acquitted on everything. Yeah, but that was different. That's different. That's different. I thought he was gonna walk out anyway. I never thought Mike was guilty. I remember that date. Yeah, he came in his slippers. Mike came in his slippers. Mike came in his pajamas and shit. I'm tired of this shit. Let me go ahead and get this damn thing out the way. I'm tired. He came in his slippers, man. And he had bail. He was out on bail. He came in his slippers, man. Drugged out of his mind. You can see him. I don't care if he's guilty or not. Shout out to Mike. Mike beat that case, baby. You know what I'm saying? Grab the camera for the Lamar Jackson edit, please. The jury is asking the judge to interpret the law. That is not a good sign, as the law has to be clear. I don't know. I guess how the ears of the beholder. I guess everybody hearing different things. I'm hearing another thing on it. I'm hearing what I seen with Tisa Taylor. I'm adding what she said, And what Tisa Tell said when she was sitting in court, minding her business. Here comes Diddy defense in frantic. You cannot hide frantic behavior. You can't act that out. Either somebody is frantic or they not frantic. What does this mean? Somebody he coming in there, Diddy in there, they all pointing at each other and the prosecution just kicking it. Yeah, that is distribution. And we gonna get the final answer today with that whatever the distribution and what all that means. I mean, what the judge gonna rule on it or whatever, but I'm just hearing two different people. Somebody that said they was in the court when that note came in, how the defense was going crazy. So she lied? She lied. I don't think so. I don't think she lied, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, me hurry up. You say what's up to everybody. Okay, boom. They both were legendary. Nita Colin, he didn't pay her. They beat them, verbally abused them. His first baby mama said he did the same to her. She's the mother of the first oldest son, Justin. He got too big for his man. I think so. Nadia. Shout out to my auntie giving me the clue. I got to go, y'all. Shout out to my auntie Shaky in the building. She's have a great day, y'all. Shout out to Sal to Paul. Shout out to Skate Kid 232001. Shout out to Michael Maribel. This is super fine. To she's sicker than frozen oatmeal, huh? What you talking about, Michael? Michael Maribel. Hood Rich 902. Don't have to prove he has an enterprise. Don't they got to prove that he has an enterprise? That's what they. I don't know what you've been listening. I don't know what y'all been listening. But you know, stop listening to these hood lawyers, bro. It's written in black and white. It's right there. It's right there. Transportation. It's right there. You got that. You got 8 predicates. You only need to prove 2. I think, and they gotta be unanimous. You know, I think that went past everybody's head. The underlying predicates to the RICO. You got 8 to 10. I don't know. Some say 10, some say 8. 8 to 10. You only need to prove 2. And what did she just say in the video? You can have 2 of the same predicates, and you can have 2 distributions. That's 2 predicates, and that's the. It don't look good, dog. Stop listening to these hood attorneys, man. That's why they not a lawyer. I'm listening to lawyer. I don't know. I'm listening to lawyer. I don't know. It's Steve. Jonas. Shout out to Jonas. Shout out to Steve. Shout out to Martin. Martian Monkey. Martian Monkey. Shout out to Pamela Gibson. She said Diddy was innocent. Shout out to Murder Posse Film Crew. Doneasy, the hood car salesman. Yeah, that's me. Shout out to Hood Rich 902. Shout out to Honey Child. Shout out to Personal Protection. This show has been sponsored by Personal Protection. He donated $1,500. Shout out to Rockstar Towing. Shout out to Michael Maribel. Diddy lovers are wishy-washy. Ignorant law. This is not about the feelings and emotions. The law doesn't care about feelings, right? Shout out to Don Wick. He said free R. Kelly. No, sir. Shout out to Jonas Batas. Shout out to Katrina Precod. Shout out to Andrew. Shout out to Senior Dingleberries. That's nasty. Shout out to Seven Sages. Shout out to Charlie. Shout out to Ronald from McDonald's. Shout out to Xavier Perez. Shout out to Sammy Francis. Shout out to Philip Western. Shout out to Matt Bias or Bias or something like that. Shout out to Jay Blunt's Boogie. Shout out to BN. Shout out to Frank. Shout out to Richard Eganin. Shout out to Davina Tahora. Shout out to G-Man Gang. Shout out to Flatbush 6. Shout out to Pro Pug Mobile Player. Shout out to Jad Kalaf. Shout out to Justin Candidot. Shout out to Franklin Bice. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Pana Papita or something like that. Shout out to Sleepy Time. Shout out to Teresa Ramos. Shout out to Jose. Shout out to my auntie. Shout out to Lois Cox of In the Building. Shout out to Wellness with Frugal Mama. Shout out to Mary D. Will Trump and his friends pardon if he has not asked? Yeah, I think they will pardon him. And I gotta go. Diddy verdict watch is in full effect, y'all. We might get a verdict today. Guilty or not guilty, there will be a verdict. That's all I know for sure. Juror 26, woo! That's a wild card. So it was looking good for the defense. And then the damn distribution question, it looked good for the prosecution. So it was like a 50-50, but I think more like a 70-30. I'm sorry. This question right here, that's not good because that means they have come to some kind of thought of some kind of predicate act of RICO. That's crazy. Shout out to Personal Protection. This show has been sponsored by Personal Protection. You feel me? Shout out to Big Merc 187. Shout out to Michael Maribel. And we gonna do the shimmy in here. Holla at you later, champ. Shout out to Personal Protection. This show has been sponsored by Personal Protection. Shout out to Rockstar Towing. Shout out to everybody in there. No Diddy. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Make sure you pull up on me Monday through Friday, 4:45 a.m. West Coast time, 6:45 a.m. Central time, and 7:45 a.m. East Coast time, Monday through Friday. Pull up on your boy. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it says all. Share me out on your social media platforms. Share me out. Share me out. All right, I gotta go. I love y'all. No Diddy. Wait, to all the ladies. And the single ladies, you get the leggy. Pow. Pow. And the homies, you get the pound. Poop, poop, poop. Uppercut. You know how we do. I love y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up. No